changed out to another one. I had this. Remember that one? This is the one I put up yesterday. But now I'm thinking this one. As you can see, it's a lot of light comes through it. Okay. Oh, hot. That's hot. Okay, I got another question here. This is from a fella, Okie Jammer. He's getting his van ready to hit the road. And he's asking how many days of food and water do I carry? And do I plan my meals? I carry as much water as I have space allowed. For me, that is my 5-gallon bucket up on top that you'll see more of later in this video. There's a story. And so there's about 4.5 gallons in there that I can hold. I have 6 gallons underneath my bed. And I have gallon jugs too, because that's what I can handle. I have 3 more gallons behind my, or underneath my counter. Sometimes, actually I think I do have a couple gallons up front. Yeah, I do. And so that's 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 gallons of water if I'm full up. I just like having water. I don't want to ever feel like I don't have enough water. It's just something about me that does not like that feeling. And as for food, I have foods galore in here. It's just all over the place. I'll do another food storage video sometime. I have done others, but I'll do an update one as well. And of course I got my fridge just last fall, so that's been awesome, my little 12-volt fridge. And there are other videos about that as well. And but I'll keep showing it. So I have foods like, I don't know, I could probably last, if I would eat up all my canned food and everything and wouldn't mind not having fresh food, I could probably last like several weeks in the van. My fresh fruit, veggies, because I love veggies. I eat a lot of vegetables. And I probably shop with that one about once a week. So I don't have an ironing board. So I make them wet to flatten them. Plan my meals or just wing it. I generally just know what I like to eat, and so I just buy food accordingly. But with the price increases recently, man, oh man, I do shop around sales these days because it's just absolutely crazy, the price tag on food these days. Yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, that came out wrong. I hope that answered your question. And continue on into the video and see about my mishap on my water pail on the back of my van. Got lots of fabric here. It's way longer than the window. Yeah, I have another question here, and I have been asked this before, but I haven't had a Q&A before, so now I'll tell people. And this is Karen Hirschken. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. And Alberta Schoolie Adventures. You may have told me your first name, Alberta Schoolie, but oh, I can't remember it. I'm sorry. But anyway, you ask, where do I get my beautiful bright tie-dye clothes? And yes, I love my tie-dye. And this is just some of them, right? Anyway, there's a woman in Victoria here on the island that has been doing tie-dye for many, many years. I would have to contact her to see if you could contact her. And if you would like contact with her, let me know that too, and I will research. Oh yeah, I'll learn about that. And also some of them, not actually, yeah, this one was from Qualicum Clothworks. What did I just say? Qualicum Clothworks. And yeah, she makes these, and she made another clothing item that I have to pull out that I kept forgetting I have here because it's all rolled up into a ball because I love it so much and I have to get it out. This would be the perfect weather for it right now. Anyway, basically those two people, mainly the lady in Victoria, she comes to our farmers market here and has a booth, so I buy a lot of her clothes off of her. My tie-dye clothes. What else could I say? Except that I'm walking down the street pretty darn bright. And sometimes I'm mixed and match kind of odd and people look at me, but do you know what? I don't care. I love it. All right. I'm replacing my insulated winter curtain. I've put pins with my amber on it all the way across. This here, can you see it? Underneath, as you can see. And that is how my rod, where my rod sits in. And of course it twists open and close like a shower rod, so I can open and close it. Actually took me a while to figure that out. All my curtain rods in here took a long time to figure out way back when. Way back when, 3 years ago. Okay, let's get this in here. Now which way do I turn it to make it longer? Okay, I got it. And ta-da! There it is. And this one's beside it. This one stays there all the time, my blue insulated. I wanted to replace this one, but I have to run to town to get some pins. And I don't want to run into town. It's so beautiful out here. Yeah, look where I'm. You see why I don't want to go anywhere? Tomorrow's another day. I can go into town tomorrow. This is from Priscilla Haskin. Have I had any issues with the water bucket when I travel? Yes, I have. Fortunately, I was relatively close to home, so my son could fix it for me. I believe the same day because it absolutely had to be done. And unfortunately, I couldn't record it because it was like, this is happening right now and it's going to fall down off the back of my van. And my solar panel wire is attached to it. And it was like, oh my goodness, I was driving down the highway. And I kept looking, and I just had filled the water bucket, so it was really full. So I knew that when it's really, really full, sometimes the water kind of drips out of it because the lid I have on it isn't completely a seal. And it was dripping, and that wasn't that unusual. Then I kept looking at it, kept dripping more and more. I'm driving a little bit more. I look in my rearview mirror. It's dripping more and more. So finally I stopped and I looked out my back door, and the bucket was, the strap around it had broken. It was the original metal strapping that came with the van, and it just had its day, rusted out, and that was it. It just broke. So it was kind of hanging there off the back. Okay, how was it? It was, my solar panel wires were attached to it, but right, the spigot, the hose was also attached to it. So it didn't actually damage the solar panel wire, thank God, and neither did it damage the, well, it probably did damage the hose a little bit, but I've, in the meantime, I think I've replaced that portion of it. Have to remember, but at least I reinforced it. So, yeah. Oh, that was crazy, man. And so here I was hanging out the back of my van, holding the bucket, thinking it's going to pull the solar panel wire out, holding it. I had stopped on the side of the road. I was holding it, and my phone was way inside the van. Unfortunately, my friend was nearby, and she had just gone into the swimming pools, but I managed to get the phone, letting go of the bucket, and called her. And like I said, she had just gone into the pool, but I was in panic, thinking, emergency, help me, help me. So she came and helped me basically to drain the bucket, because I couldn't drain it from that position. From where I was standing, I could not get a hold of the drain on it to open it. It was kind of a two-person thing. So we eventually got the bucket drained, so it didn't have any more water in it, so it wasn't in danger of pulling everything out. And that same day, my son helped me fix it, and he just happened to have, as you can see here, it's a seat belt. We attached a seat belt to it, and it's been working. That was about a year ago. Haven't had any issues. Cross my fingers with it. Oh my goodness. And also, you can see in these pictures the evolution of my water bucket. Started off as that green bucket, then it moved to that white bucket with the metal strapping, and now it's the same white bucket but with the seatbelt holding it up. So thank God I was closer to home when that happened. Cross my fingers, cross my fingers. It'll be fine on my road trip. So you guys have seen this wallpaper before, right back here. And I got inspired to make some changes. up here. I put it up on top. I put my family photos up here. My mother, my father, my grandkids, my own kids. Those were during my 65th birthday last summer. So I've been really inspired to do stuff in Big Blue.
I wake up.
And by the way, keep asking questions. I love that part of this.